Before we get into our Bears vs. Lions preview, I have a tough but honest question to ask. Do you want the Bears to win or lose against Detroit? Type W for win, type L for lose. A lot of you guys are like, why would I type L for lose? Well, what if I told you that, how about this? If you were told Matt Nagy would get fired if the Bears lost this weekend, answer the question that way. Do you still want the Bears to win or do you want them to lose? I'm not saying I'm rooting against the Bears this week. You should, I believe in cheering for your team, but be honest with me. Type W for win, type L for lose. Do you want the Bears to win or lose versus Detroit? Get your votes in and let us know. You're watching Chicago Bears Now. I am your host, Harrison Graham. Let's get into today's Bears vs. Lions preview. Regardless of what you want, I want, what we all want, there is a game set to be played on Sunday, 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 o'clock Central Time in beautiful Chicago, Illinois. The Lions coming to town with an 0-3 record, but they've actually been very, very competitive. The defense has struggled, dead last in scoring defense there, but they've moved the ball some on offense. The Bears have not moved it on offense. 31st in scoring. The defense has been pretty good. They haven't gotten much help from this Bears offense at all. Bears only 3-point favorites, so basically a pick'em game considering this game is in Chicago. Division rival against the Detroit Lions on Sunday afternoon, October 3rd. Can't believe we're already getting into the month of October, week 4 of the NFL season. Before we get into some storylines and some thoughts about this game, predict the score. Detroit, Chicago. Who's going to win? What's the score going to be? This will be the pinned comment on today's show, so you guys can reply right there. Let me know which team's going to win. For example, you could just be like, Bears win 28-27 or whatever the score is going to be. Lions win 24-23. Get your score predictions in and let us know. All right, some storylines heading into this one. Couple, about the games, but also just rumors and news bouncing around the Bears heading into this one. Is this a must-win for Matt Nagy? I think it is. You can't afford to lose this game if you're the Bears head coach. You think the seat is hot right now? It's going to be lava from the Bears media, from the national media, from people like me, fans, if you lose this game. You can't lose it if you're Matt Nagy. Not only can you not lose it, in my opinion, you got to win it, and you got to win it convincingly. The offense has to wake the hell up. You can't keep putting up performances like we've seen the last few weeks if you are the Bears offense. So, you got to win. You got to win convincingly. Detroit's defense is not very good, which we'll talk about further on in the video, but this is an absolute must-win. Will Matt Nagy get fired if the Bears lose this game? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Maybe not right after the game or this season, but I think there's going to be a lot of pressure within that Bears organization to make a move. So get your votes in. Y for yes, N for no. Will Matt Nagy get fired if the Bears lose this game? All right, storyline number 2. Will Justin Fields break out in this game? Because obviously it didn't happen in Cleveland. Browns defense very good. Matt Nagy's game plan was terrible. Offensive line really struggled. If he's going to break out under a Matt Nagy offense, this is going to be the game because the Lions defense stinks. It's not very good. Now, I should mention that at this point of filming, we don't even know if Justin Fields is going to start this game. I expect he will. I hope he will. If he doesn't, I think that's laughable. But obviously, if he doesn't start, then this point is pretty moot. The point of the Lions defense will last regardless of who the quarterback is. They're dead last in scoring. They're 22nd in yards allowed. They're 24th in pass yards allowed. They're 21st in takeaways with only 3. And they're actually pretty good at getting after the quarterback. They have 8 sacks, which, yay, the O-line has been a problem. But my point being is, if you give Justin Fields a chance against this defense, and what do I mean by that? Pre-snap motion, move the pocket, extra pass protection if you need to. If you give him a real game plan and a real chance, then he should be able to do some things against this defense. The Detroit's secondary especially is bad. There's just no way around it. If I see anything even close to this ever again, I'm going to throw up because I don't care who you're playing against. This ain't it. This is not it whatsoever. I don't care if you're playing the 85 Bears. Justin Fields can't go for 6 for 20. That's on the coach. So, 1 and 2 kind of sync up together. Must win for Nagy? Yeah, the offense needs to wake up as well and help Justin Fields break out. How many touchdowns for Fields against the Lions this week? Let us know down in the comments. Hopefully 2, 3, 4. Last week we were going to shave during our live watch party after Fields' first touchdown. Well, that never happened, so we had to shave at the end of the third quarter because Matt Nagy couldn't open up the offense. Let's help this kid break out. Let's get him some touchdowns, so let us know how many you think he will have. Number 3, will Eddie Goldman play? Injuries. Goldman, this is a storyline. I mean, this is going to be a storyline until he plays. We need to see this guy play because the Bears, at this point, he's not going to be on this roster next year. You can cut him post-June 1 and save like $9 million. Unless he plays and plays really well and can prove to be reliable, why would you keep him after this year? He has not played in a game since December 29th of 2019. I know that's hard to believe. It's the truth. Guys, that's almost 2 years. Like, I get it. I get the opting out due to COVID. He's had some health issues in the past. I don't have a problem with him doing that, but now he's not been available this year. Like, we need to see him play. So hopefully he practices as a full participant this week and he can get onto the field. He's been a partial participant the last couple of weeks, but not enough to be able to play. So hopefully he gets back out there. What's a certainty, unlike Eddie Goldman playing, is making money with BetUS. At least the opportunity to make money. Go to chatsports.com/Bears. Deposit $100 with the promo code BEARDOWN. That'll get you $125 for free play. 125% deposit bonus. That's how you get that with promo code BEARDOWN. If you're feeling good about the Bears or you're feeling great about the Lions, I'm staying away from this game. Put your money where your mouth is. Chatsports.com/Bears. Promo code BEARDOWN. Or you could just fade me. Guys, I've picked 15 NFL games this year. I'm 1-14 against the spread. Can't make it up. Only Matt Nagy's offense is worse than me picking games against the spread. That's how bad it's been. Chatsports.com/Bears, promo code BEARDOWN. I'll tweet out my picks before kickoff on Sunday. Just pick the opposite because you're probably going to make some money. Kidding. We're bouncing back this week. Number 4, feed Allen Robinson and David Montgomery. And this kind of goes back to Nagy and the offense. How about getting your best players the ball? I mean, I know this is a real hard concept, and, you know, Nagy thinks he's the superstar of the offense. No, just get your best players the ball. Good offenses find their best players. David Montgomery, great in week 1, has been quiet the last couple of games. Some of that's the O-line, some of that's the game plan. Let's get him 20 carries, shall we? I think that would be very, very beneficial for this offense. Allen Robinson, guys, through 3 games, 86 yards and a touchdown on 10 catches. He's on pace to have, I'll do quick math here, less than 30 yards a game there. You add that up over 17. He's on pace to have about a 500-yard season with 5 touchdowns for your number 1 receiver. Get your damn good players the ball. Let's go. Like, limitations are not within the offense. Get your players the ball. Throw quick screens to the receiver. When's the last time the Bears ran a screen to their running back? 2 years ago with Tariq Cohen? Like, get your best players the ball. Find a way. Doesn't always have to be downfield. Snap it, throw it to them. We see teams do this all the time. Get these guys going. Quick passes will help Justin Fields get into a rhythm as well. It's not that difficult. It pisses me off. Who will have the bigger game on Sunday? Type DM for David Montgomery. Type AR for Allen Robinson. I'll type DM because I at least know he's going to get some carries. Who knows if Allen Robinson's going to get a lot of targets. Get your votes in down in the comments and let us know who will have the bigger game against the Detroit Lions. All right, and number 5, and kind of more of an X and O's key as well, pressure Jared Goff. I mean, Jared Goff historically is bad against pressure, and that is continuing this year. His PFF grades overall and as a passer against pressure, 54.4, well below average. His completion percentage against pressure is 54.1%, bad. And then 0 touchdowns, and he's got 2 interceptions and I believe a couple of fumbles too. So I meant to put 2 INTs there, but I think it's 2 turnovers or 2 interceptions and 2 fumbles. Goff sucks versus pressure. He just does. I mean, he always has. And that doesn't mean blitzing him necessarily. It means if you can get home and get pressure on him, he gets happy feet and he freaks out. We all remember the 4-pick game in 2018 when they picked off Goff a couple of times. You can get pressure on him, and he will just throw the ball up for grabs. He's had a decent year when the pocket is kept clean. The Lions have been better than I thought, even though they haven't won a game. But if you get pressure on Goff, this defense should be able to make a couple of plays. So predict the score. Those are my 5 storylines/keys for this one. Detroit Lions versus the Chicago Bears at Soldier Field, 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 o'clock Central Time. I never thought I would say this heading into this season. I'm picking Detroit. This feels like the end of the road for Matt Nagy. It really does. I'm not saying I'm rooting for it. I'm not saying I want this team to fail this week, but I just don't see it, man. And, you know, Detroit plays hard for Dan Campbell. They're competitive. They should have beat the Ravens last week. I'm going Detroit 21-20. I think the Bears will be marginally better offensively, but it's a bad opponent. You can get mad at me if you want, but I'm just giving you my honest guess. 21-20, Lions shock the Bears, and maybe, just maybe, they fire Matt Nagy.